Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. Today we've got a pretty serious topic that I want to get ahead of right out of the gate, and that is that someone at Pimax has made a really bad choice that a lot of us are not okay with, and I'm going to make sure you guys know that I'm not either. So stick around, we'll talk about it. If you are interested in any of my tutorial guides for Microsoft Flight Simulator, or simply interested in supporting the channel, consider joining me on Patreon. Patreon subscribers level tier 2 and above have access to all of my guides as well as any future guides that come down the road. Patreon link can be found in the description below. Okay, so first up, you guys, I've done this type of video before, but I want to give you a real quick, brief background for me so you understand where my reviews come from and why I hold my word as I try to keep it as credible as I can. I'm quick to correct myself. Just yesterday, or just this morning, I corrected myself on yesterday's video about Pimax being too expensive, the Crystal Super, and there was a couple things that I had misspoke and not clarified quite right, and so I posted a comment, to the person who posted that, saying you were absolutely right. There was one particular section where I had said that the Crystal Super was lighter than the Crystal Light, and you know, I think it comes down to weight distribution or whatever, but I put it on a food scale this morning, and sure as hell I'm absolutely wrong. It's not. It's almost 200 grams heavier. But it feels lighter, by the way. Anyway, so things like that. Like, I have no problem pointing out when I'm wrong. My background is I don't come from a lot of money. There was a time my ex-wife and I remember when we give you guys an idea, when my 9-year-old was born, there was a period where we got so bad we were counting coins to buy formula. And I remember when we bought a $20 roast, that was a splurge for us. It was a pot roast for $20, and we had accidentally left it at the grocery store, and it broke our hearts. Like, we were going to cook it the next day. We went to cook it. It wasn't there. Like, and I'm not telling you this for the sob story. I'm telling you to understand that I don't come from money. And so I take, when I put my name on, yes, you should buy a product or support a product. I want you to know that's coming from in here, because, for example, one of my situations during that time when I first got heavy into flight simulation was I had saved up money for the Logitech X55. And it was like $250 at the time, and it took us almost 4 months, and my wife at the time surprised me with it. She thought it was going to make my day, and it turned into buyer's remorse. And it was a lot of money, took a lot of savings. It broke her heart. She was all upset and crying, about it. I was upset. We didn't have a lot of money. This was supposed to be a really fun experience, and the thing turned out to be a POS. It was ghosting. It just wasn't work well. The contacts were dirty straight out of the box. I mean, that's Logitech for you, but anyway, digress. So that's just a real quick synopsis, and my whole life has been like that. My parents, bless their heart, work every day of their lives, gave us the best they could, but we grew up poor. Like, I'm going to call it what it is, okay? So with that in mind, something that's very concerning that has come to my attention is it sounds like at the moment, all I'm aware of is at least a single individual over at Pimax has been reaching out to people via email or contacts and basically creating a point system where they are looking for positive reviews and feedback, and in turn that engage that positive commentary and engage conversation on those positive topics, they get points. It's a point system, and those points can be redeemed for Pimax products and other things. I'm not quite sure what all the details are by reading the Reddit post. I'm not going to share it because I don't want to bring light to it. It's wrong. I don't want the link up. That is dirty. It is dirty. I don't like it. I want you to know that I'm going to be reaching out. Actually, at the time of this video, I have already reached out, and I am waiting a reply to my contact at Pimax and finding out more about this, and it could change my relationship with Pimax, which sucks because I've told you guys 1,000 times over, I am a Pimax fanboy. I absolutely am. I love their products, and I think their products should speak for themselves. So long story short is they're buying positive reviews. And I don't want you to think that's coming out of this channel. That is not all right with me. I would never subject myself to that. I have turned down multiple products who have requested scripts, who have told me we need you to say XYZ. Anytime someone tells me what I have to say, I tell them no. Anytime that someone gives me, okay, well, we want you to hit these points. Hitting points is fine as long as I agree that those points are good. If you want me to talk about this LED and say it is wonderful, I'm not going to say it's wonderful if I don't think if it's wonderful. If you want me to say, hey, make sure you bring up the LED, sure. I like there's an LED on this and it's crap. If that's what I think, that's what I'm going to say. I mean, obviously the LED doesn't bother me. I think it's kind of cool. But you guys get the point. And I want you guys to know that. You know, I get a lot of comments. I get a lot of comments of, oh, he's been bought. Oh, he's been bought. And those people can KMA, you know, and if you know what KMA is, you know, and they can. It's sitting here waiting for them. Because it couldn't be further from the truth. I don't speak highly of any product that I don't support or like. I don't speak highly of any product that I don't agree with, and I don't talk kindly about any product. There was another VR developer a couple years ago now it's been, that I flat out came on this channel, and it was given to me for free, just like this one was. The headset was provided to me, and I flat out told you guys not to buy it. Just flat out. Just said he literally said those words, that unfortunately do not buy this. I hope you guys, when you watch my videos, I hope you find comfort in knowing my background. I hope you find comfort in knowing that to this day, I still fight for every dime and penny. I am a single father of 3. I work basically 3 jobs. I bust my ass. And I do my best to put out the quality content that I look for when I go searching for reviews. And I just want to get ahead of this. I want to make sure that you guys don't think this is coming out of this channel. I will be talking to Pimax about this. I will be discussing this, and I will be letting them know that it is ridiculous and it's wrong. It is not a good incentive at all. It's an incentive for people to lie, is what it is. It's an incentive for people to say, ooh, if I kiss their ass, then I'm going to, you know, get products. And that's not how this should be done. Pimax, and I guess the thing to me is, like I said, I'm a Pimax fanboy. I think their product is good enough. And I know, just for the record, anyone that I have personally worked with to this date, I want to make this very clear. Anyone that I have spoken to date from Pimax has been honest and true and straight with me, and been fantastic. And this shocked the crap out of me hearing that they're doing this. And so I hope that whoever did this stops it. I hope this whole thing gets canceled and thrown to the trash. And I hope there's also a message to both Pimax and other community developers that this stuff gets back to us, and those of us who stand on our morals and our beliefs, we're going to come back and bite you. You know, and that sounds awful, but you guys know what I mean. You know, it's not about biting anyone or fighting anyone. It's just about what's right and wrong. And as someone who, again, and it's important to me. It's important to me that you know that I fight for every dollar I get. And that every dollar I spend or advise you to spend means something to me. That is my name. That is my history. That is the life that I have lived. That is, you know, when I think about would I recommend a product to you all, I think about, well, what if it's their last $1,000? This equipment isn't cheap. And I'm not just talking about Pimax. The Virpil products, the Thrustmaster stuff, it's like Thrustmaster and that AV8 or AV10, I can't remember what the hell it was, their new base. I didn't like it. I didn't think it was good. And I said that. I do not think it's a great product. And I love the guys at Thrustmaster. They're very good people, you know, and they don't pull crap like this. And so I really hope that this was somebody who was rogue, that this is someone who maybe operated out of authority. I don't know. I'm running different speculations through my head. This is a shock to me. I've never seen Pimax pull this crap. I've never been reached out to personally. I will say this, and this is you guys have heard my past, you've heard my history. I don't want to burn Pimax until it's time to burn Pimax, so I want to make it very clear that I have never been approached by Pimax in this manner. I have never had someone reach out to me direct and say, hey, we'll give you XYZ if you say something good. I have never heard that. When I can show you guys, actually, I don't know if I can show you it or not. I'm not going to, but the disclosure agreement that I gave, I had to sign an agreement for this. And the agreement specifically said in text an honest review. It said nothing about make sure it sounds good. It said nothing about make sure you support our product to the best of your ability and making it sound fantastic. It said nothing about make sure that we generate XYZ amount of money from your channel, otherwise we're going to take it back. None of that. It says none of it. It says be honest. It literally says those words in the agreement that I had to sign before they would send this to me. It said be honest. So this is a shock. But I wanted to get ahead of this. I wanted you guys to hear it from me where I'm standing on this and what I'm doing. Like I said, I am reaching out to my contacts, but this is my credibility on the line, which is why I'm making this video. I take this very seriously. I take my word very seriously. You know, the people who have called me a shill or said that I'm bought out, I'm not gonna lie, they piss me off. It pisses me off. That's my integrity. That's my honesty. That's who I am. That's my morals. That's how I raise my children. You know, if I'll do it, then I'm teaching them to do it, and that's not me. I don't do that. So I wanted you guys to know where I'm standing on this before it gets out and starts getting. I mean, this is going to spread pretty quickly, I would imagine. These kind of things normally do, and they should. By the way, they should spread. They should. The information of this should get out and get out fast. Because it's wrong, and I hope Pimax releases something, and they're going to see this video. I'm going to make sure they see this video too. They need to release a public statement addressing this, because it's horse crap. And yeah, unfortunately, depending on the responses that I get, it could impact my relationship with Pimax. And I just want you guys to know that, and that will suck because I love their products. I really do. And if I have to, then I'll turn around and buy the crystal with my own money. It's going to take me a minute. I'll be one of those guys who has to do the $40 a month thing, or $50, whatever it is. But, you know, if that's where I have to go to get it, then that's what I will. Because I believe in their products. And that's what I was going to say earlier. They make a good product. I don't know why they would need to do this. Every product has its ups and downs. I've said it 1,000 times. Pimax's worst problem isn't their products. It's that they release them too soon typically. But I think the Super's been a pretty damn good release, so I don't know why this would even happen. I can't wrap my head around. There's too many variables that are missing, and so I'm not jumping the gun too far here. I'm getting ahead of this because I've made multiple videos in the last few days, including one that just released before this, in regard to Pimax. So I don't know. I guess we'll see. But I wanted you guys to know where I was at. I wanted you to know I was aware of it. I wanted you to know nobody has approached me direct. And I want you to know that I have been specifically told by Pimax multiple times to be honest. And I have given both positive and negative feedback in my reviews of their products. Those reviews have been seen and heard and discussed between myself and my contacts, and things have been addressed. Yeah, this doesn't make any sense. None of this makes sense. It's a stupid move. If this was truly sanctioned by Pimax, it was stupid and upsetting. So I'm hoping that I'm hoping there's a piece that we are all missing that we're unaware of, and hopefully Pimax will release some information that will clarify where this comes from and hopefully slam the door shut on this because it's stupid. Anyway, as always, guys, you know the drill. Stay safe and healthy. I just wanted you to know where I stood on this, and I'll see you guys in the next one.